Hello everyone, my name is GAO ZEXIN. Today we discuss determinants of stock market performance in China. First, introduction to the study. The stock market is known as the equity market and is one of the important areas of a market economy as it provides access to capital to companies, ownership in the company for primary investors, and the potential of the gains based on firms' future performance for secondary investors. Stock market performance is measured by stock index and stock return. Besides that, they are significantly affected by macroeconomic variables and political events of the country. The research on the determinants of stock market performance has been a hot economic issue in recent decades. This is because the stock market is not only important for investors who want to increase their views over time, but also for a country's economy, which the performance of stock market can be one of the main indicators of a country's current and future economic situation. There are many studies to investigate the determinants of the stock market performance. China's stock market has made tremendous achievements through 20 years of development. At present, most of the studies on the performance of China's stock market are based on Shanghai Stock Market Index. It is generally believed that China's stock market fluctuates sharply compared with more developed stock markets in the West, especially in the United States. The volatility of the China stock market is significantly greater than that of their markets, so it is very necessary to investigate the determinants of the stock market performance in China. Next, problem statement. China's stock market relies on Shanghai Composite Index. In the past decade, China's GDP is growing at a high rate of 8 or more, which made Shanghai Composite Index up to 6124.04 in 2007. However, with China's GDP growth rate dropping to 6 in recent years, which made Shanghai Composite Index down to 3307.17 in 2017. So we think maybe there is a relationship between GDP growth rate and the stock market performance in China. The rapid growth of China's stock market and its outstanding achievements are remarkable. So in China, many residents invest their money in stock market to against the high inflation rate each year. According to the efficient market hypothesis, the stock market performance reacts to variables like inflation and other macroeconomic variables. From July 2005 to December 2017, the Shanghai Stock Index dropped from the highest point of 6124.04 to 3307.7 point. During the same period, the exchange rate of the US dollar against the RMB dropped from 8.27 to 6.82. Based on the above evidence, maybe there is the relationship between exchange rate and stock market performance. In this research, several macroeconomic variables, GDP, inflation rate, and exchange rate that contributed to China's stock market performance will be examined. Shanghai Composite Index is used to research stock market performance in this research. Research objectives. The general objective of this study is to analyze the determinants of the stock market performance in China. The specific objectives of the study are as follows. First, to examine the nexus of the GDP growth rate on stock market performance in China. Second, to identify the impact of the inflation rate on stock market performance in China. Thirdly, to analyze the relationship between exchange rate and the stock market performance in China. Research questions. First, how does GDP growth rate affect stock market performance in China? Second, does inflation rate has a significant influence on stock market performance in China? Thirdly, is there a relationship between exchange rate and the stock market performance in China? Finally, significance of the study. This study is focused on examining the determinants of the stock market performance in China. We intend to research how the macroeconomic variables affect the stock market performance in China. We analyze the relationship between selected several macroeconomic explanatory variables. GDP growth rate, inflation rate, and exchange rate, and explain the variable stock market performance in China. We will collect the data from 1990 to 2018 by analyzing 28 years data to provide useful indicators to China stock market investors, government, and policy makers in the relevant field. Although China's stock market has made tremendous achievements in the past 2 decades, compared with foreign mature stock market, the special historical background and the development environment make China's stock market structure and operation mechanism have unique characters. This paper provides a basis for people to predict the performance of stock market in China and obtain more investment returns. The government and the stock market supervision departments can also adjust various macroeconomic policies according to provide conditions for the rapid and healthy development of the stock market. Thank you for everyone.